Hey everyone, I'm Harry, and this series I will take you from a complete beginner to a confident Python programmer. Whether you want to get a job in tech, automate boring tasks, or you just have fun coding, you are in the right place. So, in this video, you will learn basics to advanced Python real world project and how to think like a programmer. Your prerequisites are a computer and willingness to learn. Kindly subscribe, share, and hit the bell icon so you don't miss new videos. Let's get started. What is Python? Python is a high-level, general-purpose, interpreted, easy-to-read programming language, and it was created by Guido van Rossum in 1991. So, what are some of the reasons why you should learn Python? Python is easy to learn. It has simple syntax that is just closer to English, so it is easier to understand. So, it is versatile, which means that so many projects can be delivered using Python, such as web development, data science, AI, automation, and more. Python offers massive job opportunities. So Python developers are in high demand today. Where is Python used? Python is used in web development. We have frameworks like Django and Flask. So please stay along with us if you don't understand these two terms. With time, there will be that will be like your second nature to you. So stay along with us. So Django and Flask are used in creating interactive user-friendly web apps, websites, and more. So Python is also used in data science and AI by the aid of libraries such as Pandas, NumPy, Scikit-learn, and TensorFlow. Python is also used in cybersecurity, specifically in ethical hacking, to check system vulnerabilities. Python is also used in game development by the aid of Pygame, Piglet, Keve, Panda3D, and more libraries. Python is also used in automation. Python can be used to automate repetitive tasks such as sending emails, renaming files, generating audio files, sending WhatsApp messages, and similar. In this section, we are going to look at companies which uses Python in day-to-day activities. So we have 7 categories. Under category 1, we have tech and software development. And in this category, we have 5 companies, and they include Google, Facebook, Microsoft, Netflix, and Dropbox. So for example, Microsoft uses Python for Azure Cloud Services, machine learning, and automation. Facebook, on the other hand, uses Python for backend infrastructure, data analysis, and AI research. Google uses Python for AI, machine learning, and backend services. Uh, Dropbox uses Python for cloud storage, infrastructure, and backend services. Netflix, on the other hand, uses Python for recommendation systems, data analytics, and automation. Moving ahead, finance and fintech. So JP Morgan Chase, Goldman Sachs, and Stripe are the 3 categories under uh, finance and fintech section. So for example, Stripe uses Python for payment processing and fraud detection. Goldman Sachs uses Python for financial modeling, data analysis, and automation. Then JP Morgan Chase uses Python for quantitative analysis, risk management, and trading algorithms. Under category 3, we have e-commerce and retail, and focusing on Amazon and Walmart. So Amazon uses Python for AI-driven product recommendation and logistic automation, while Walmart uses Python for supply chain management and data analytics. Category 4, we have AI and data science. So OpenAI uses Python for research and model development, such as GPT models. IBM, on the other hand, uses Python for AI, data science, and cloud computing. Category 5, we have social media and entertainment, and we're focusing on Instagram, Reddit, and Spotify. For example, Spotify uses Python for music recommendation and backend services. Reddit uses Python for backend infrastructure and recommendation algorithms. Finally, Instagram uses Python for backend development and data processing. Moving ahead, we have automotive and robotics category, and we have 2 major companies, Tesla and NASA. Tesla uses Python for AI in autonomous driving and manufacturing automation. while NASA uses Python for scientific computing, simulations, and data analysis. But the final category is healthcare and biotech. And in this case, we have two health companies, Pfizer, which uses Python for drug discovery and bioinformatics, and GE Healthcare, which uses Python for medical imaging and diagnostics. So this is an open question for you. What excites you about learning Python? Please drop a comment below. Setting up Python and IDE. Example for IDE or integrated development environments are VS Code, IntelliJ IDEA, Sublime Text, PyCharm, notebooks, and more. They aid in code editing / management effortlessly. In this tutorial, VS Code will be our choice. How to install and set up both Python and an IDE follow shortly. Hi, to download Python, navigate to www.python.org and click on download button, and you will have to choose Python based on your operating system. I'm on Windows, so I click download for Windows, and the latest version is 3.132. And you also download the VS Code. Um, I would also choose for Windows. You can choose based on your operating system. Now let us head to downloads and confirm that indeed you've downloaded Python and VS Code. That's the IDE. We double click on Python 3.13.2 as the latest version as of this video. Make sure to add python.exe to path to avoid future problems. So I already installed Python, so I will proceed with VS Code. Everything just next. So I have already VS Code installed, so I will have to cancel it. But if you haven't, you just click OK. This course outline will be highly comprehensive from basics to advanced. The course is categorized module by module from module 1 through module 15 as detailed in the following sections. So allow me, before we proceed, this is a challenge. Module 13 and module 14 are very impressive. So keep along and you'll get what I mean by that. Module 1 entails Python basics, and in this module we're going to look at variables and names, data types, type conversions, operators, user inputs, typecasting, and similar. In module 2, we're going to look at conditional statements, loops, control statements, and list comprehensions. Moving ahead, module 3, we're going to look at functions and modules. So we're going to define functions using keywords like def, return, args, and quags. So args are just argument and quags are just keyword arguments. So we're going to look at them. We're also going to look at lambda or anonymous function. We're going to see how to import and use modules such as math, random, and OS. We're going to create and use custom modules, and we're also going to do what you call to do exception handling using inbuilt functions like try, except, and finally. In module 4, we're going to look at data structures in Python. So we're going to look at the major data structures, namely lists, tuples, dictionaries, sets, stacks, queues and dequeues, and then working with the collection module. So under this, we're going to look at some interesting subjects like indexing, slicing, list methods. And under tuples, we're going to look at also several methods under tuple. So tuple is immutable in nature. So immutable, which means once it's created, you can't modify its value. So keep along, all will be explained later. Moving ahead, module 5, we're going to look at object-oriented programming. So in this case, we're going to look at classes and objects. We are also going to look at constructors, uh, underscore init, underscore, and destructors, instant versus classes versus static methods. We're also going to look at inheritance and polymorphism. We're also going to look at encapsulation and abstraction. We're also going to look at operator overloading, that is underscore underscore add underscore underscore and underscore underscore star underscore underscore, among other methods. Module 6, we're going to look at file handling. So we're going to see how you can use Python for reading and writing text files, working with CSV or comma separated value files using modules such as CSV and pandas. We're also going to work with JSON files using JSON module. I'm also going to look at pickling using pickle module. And in module 7, we are going to look at advanced Python concepts such as iterators and generators using yield statement. We're also going to look at decorators and meta classes. I'm also going to look at context managers using with statement, and also going to look at multi-threading and multi-processing. And finally, we're going to look at asynchronous programming using async and await keywords. So don't be overwhelmed, all will be catered for. In module 8, we're going to look at data science with Python. So data science is one of the hottest topics today. So I believe we're going to enjoy more in this module. So under this module, we're going to look at NumPy for numerical computing, arrays versus list arrays, operations, indexing, slicing, and other methods. So we're also going to look at broadcasting and vectorization, also going to look at linear algebra. So we're also going to work with the pandas for data analysis. And in this category, we're going to look at data frames and series. We're also going to read and write CSV, Excel, and JSON files. We're also going to do data cleaning, filtering, grouping, pivoting, among other interesting stuff. We're also going to do handling missing values. On visualization, we're going to look at matplotlib and seaborn. And in this case, we're going to do some basic plots using line charts, bar charts, scatter plots, and histogram. We're also going to do how to learn how you can customize your plots by adding some labels, legends, titles, and more. We're also going to look and learn how to come up with heat maps, box plots, violin plots, and similar plots. So on machine learning, we're going to focus on a library or module called scikit-learn, and in this we have three categories. So supervised learning, which entails linear regression, decision trees, and SMVS. So under unsupervised learning, we're going to look at K-means and PCA. And then under model evaluation, we're going to look at cross-validation and confusion matrix. So moving ahead, module 9, we're going to look at graphical user interface photo editor project. So this is it's going to be one of our projects, and we're going to come up with a photo editor project using um, Python. So, and some of the features that this application is going to have is undo and redo functions, adjustable blur intensity, background removal with transparency. We have AI-based background replacement. I was going to add filters or remove filters to our image, color balance and saturation, cropping tool, histogram equalization, uh, batch processing, drag and drop support, file type conversion, among others. So in module 10, we're going to look at web development with Python. So um, if you remember from the beginning, I mentioned Flask framework and I also mentioned Django framework. So in this case, now we're going to dive deeper and understand what is Flask and what is a Django. So we're going to build our own website from scratch. So under Flask, we're going to see how we can set up Flask, creating REST APIs, handling requests and responses, uh, database integration with Flask, SQL Alchemy, and under Django framework, we're going to look at Django project structure, models, views, templates. In short, we call it MVT pattern. We're going to look at authentication and user management. I'm also going to look at Django REST framework for APIs. On module 11, we're going to look at automation and scripting. Uh, well, under this module, we have four categories: web scraping with Beautiful Soap and Scrappy, and automating emails and file handling, working with APIs. That's request module. Uh, module 12 deals with machine learning and artificial intelligence, and we have four subtopics we're going to deal with. We have deep learning with TensorFlow and PyTorch, of natural language processing or NLP, of reinforcement learning. We have computer vision with OpenCV. And module 13, we're going to look at cybersecurity and ethical hacking. I remember I told you to be keen and to follow along on module 13 and 14. They're one of the interesting topics to focus on. We have networking scanning using Scapy library, and we have also packet sniffing and interception, password cracking with brute force scripting, and finally web application security testing. Now module 14 focuses on blockchain and cryptography. So we are going to look at hashing and encryption, building a simple blockchain, smart contract automation with Python. And finally, our module 15 will entail deployment and best practices. We're going to look at packaging Python applications, that is P using, we are going to look at functions such as pip and virtual env. So virtual env simply means virtual environment. We're going to look Dockerizing Python application, continuous integration, slash continuous deployment with GitHub Actions. Also going to look at unit testing and debugging using Unitest and PyTest. So this final stuff at number 4 is highly recommendable because when coming up with systems, you need to make sure that everything is working as expected. So and it entails um, a number of tests to make sure that the software is up and running without uh, unnecessary bugs, or you can say giving the end user unnecessary interruptions.